Hi everyone, Omeza here. Today I'm going to show you how to use this data to run a very simple analysis using Vlookup and Match. Like what we have right here under the finished product. So we have this particular analysis right here where we try to use this data to compare what we have right here to the sales. Now we have our target from January down to December, and we have the sales we made all through, and we have to compare all the products we are having right here to see where the target have been met and where we did not meet the target. So right now we have it right here, but the key of this Excel tutorial is actually to help you to use VLOOKUP as well as match. Now what you can see at the top level right here, or if I actually come right here and double click on it, you can see what we are having right here is match with VLOOKUP. I'm going to show you how to do this in a very smart way. Even though if you know how to do this before, I'm going to show you a very nice trick to actually help you with this analysis. So right now let's get on it. So right now if I go back to my practice file right here, you can see it's actually empty. The reason why I have this right here is just to show you what I'm trying to say. Now VLOOKUP is actually looking for the column number, just like what we have right here, the column index number, which is which column do you want me to look for. So right now if I provide it to right here, so it's giving me the particular column. So whereby if we come to our data, we can see this is the column we're actually fetching data from right now. To fetch data from here, we need to provide it with column 3. So right now we have to manually change this to 3, and then it will now respond to what we really want. So now you can see it's changed, and now that it's changed, you can see all through we have it changed, and if we copy this all through, it's going to give us 3 in all of them. So right now we don't want to do this over and over again, so we want to make it very dynamic. Let's see how we can do that. First of all, what we're going to do, I'm just going to clear everything away from here, so we don't need them. So I'm gonna clear everything from here and make it empty. So right now we have this. So the next thing for we to actually create a very smart analysis right now is just for we to come right here and see. Now we need to actually name the header. What you need to do is just to make a highlight of the header down to the last one right here. Once you make the highlight, you can click right here and give it any name you like. So I have already done that, so I'm going to show you what I've done. So now this is the data, sales data. I have it I have this range actually highlighted, and I give it a name right here. And if you go to the header, you can see the header right here. This is what we're going to be used to make it very dynamic. And you see all this. So target data, and if we go to target data header, you can see this. So now we can go back to our practice file. So what we're going to do for the first time is for we to use what? To use VLOOKUP to get the data. VLOOKUP is going to be asking you for the lookup value, which is going to be this. So now because I'm going to be copying this to the right hand side, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to provide this with a $, just lock it in that particular aspect. So right now I'm going to say comma. So the array now is that what we're actually looking for is for it to pick from sales. I'm going to say sales. So once I say sales, it's giving me the data. So let me show you where the data is. Now I'm going to say okay, I hit my tab, I'm going to say comma, and now it's asking for the column number. This is what I'm talking about. But before we do that, let me just give you a little pause to this. So I can actually place my cursor right here and give you a nice space bar. Now you can see our formula is being paused. We can actually scroll through all this and go back to here. So now when we talk about data, this is the data here. It says data. Now if we talk about the header, this is the header we are having right here. So going back to the practice file right now, for we to remove the suspense, we can actually go back right here, and here we go. We can see it, we have it highlighted. Now for the column index number, this is where the thing is. I'm going to say match right here. When I say match, what do I want? I want to actually get this particular column right here. That is the lookup value. The lookup value is going to be this, and if I hit my comma, it's going to be asking me what is the lookup array. Remember we have the header as well, so I'm going to say sales header. So I'm going to choose the sales header right here, just tab. So now it's going to be asking me what match do I really want. I'm going to be needing the exact match. If I have it, I'm going to have to close this and give it under comma. Now this is for the VLOOKUP we have right here. So now for the VLOOKUP, I'm going to say 0 as well, which is exact match. I'm going to have to close this, and now because I'm going to copy this down, I just have to lock here. So if I hit enter, this is what I have. Now guess what? If I actually click and copy down right now, it's giving me the correct value right here. So if I drag this to this end, can you see that it's giving me the correct value as well? Can you see this? It's giving me the correct value. So if we go back and compare this particular appliances to what we have right here, and is exactly the same thing. So now we don't need to actually trouble ourselves to start giving this column 1, column 2, 3 and 4 and 5 whatsoever. This is how beautiful this could be. Now going back to the practice file right now, so this is what it is. We need to compare the target with sales. How do we get those right here? First of all, I'm going to be using one particular function called formula called transpose. I'm going to actually highlight this aspect right here down to 17. I think I should be having up to 17 data right there. So I'm going to say equal to transpose. So if I say equal to transpose right now, I'm going to come back to my data, and here we go. I can actually highlight here down to the last one. Now I'm going to have it closed. So now it's Control Shift Enter. Once I do that, I have my data right here. So now this is just an array function. So the reason why I'm having this is this: if any of this particular header changes, it's going to actually have itself effective right here, so that we shouldn't actually have to be thinking of what can we do. Will we have to change this manually? No, we're not going to have any of our analysis to get lost. So right now the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to insert what I call combo box. So now where is our combo box? Our combo box is actually sitting right here looking at us. So I'm gonna pick this. So now I get it right here. So now the next thing I'm gonna do is just to get this data inside here. It's very simple and easy. I'm just gonna right click and say format control. So now if it comes up, it's very simple and easy to be configured. So now here is the input range. The input range is going to be from here down to here, so getting and now the cell link is going to be here, and how many do we want to display per view? So just give us the full 17, so we choose from it. So if you want to have a shading of 3D, you can actually click that, but for now we don't need to do that. I'm going to say okay right now. That is all. So because we don't have anything, we can't find where we link it, we can't really see it. So right now I'm just going to select this, and it's giving me 2. If you look at it, it's sitting at the second one, and if I go ahead and choose the last one, it's going to give me 17 because it's actually sitting at the 17th cell whatsoever. So right now here we go. I want to actually make sure I actually select what is it that we are selecting. So to do that, I'm just going to say index. So index is going to be looking for the array, and the array is this. So now for the row number, we're going to provide this number right here. If I hit enter, so now this is what I'm selecting. So you can see anything I select is going to come right here. So now it is the best time to do this. So what I'm going to do is just for me to use Vlookup. Remember, there are so many functions we can use to do this, but Vlookup and Match is one of them. So we can use index and match as well. So in my dashboard courses, I have actually used index and match, Vlookup, and some other function. In case you don't know about my dashboard course, it's free on YouTube. Just go check it out and you'll see for yourself. Okay, here is our YouTube channel. You can actually check for so many free courses right here on dashboard to the core. So we are going to actually learn a lot about dashboard creation. Just come right here and avail yourself the opportunity to actually create a very nice looking dashboard using those tutorials we have right here. Okay, let's get back to business. So right now we've actually typed Vlookup. So what is the Vlookup going to look for? Now we're trying to actually get from target. So it's still the same thing. Like now it's looking for the lookup value. This is going to be the lookup value, and what we're going to be doing now is this. Can this be the lookup value? Guess no. So the lookup value is going to be the month, because we want to get something from the month. So I'm just going to say this is the lookup value, and now I'm going to say comma, and the lookup are the table array. The table array, now I can actually say okay, target. So once I say target, just type T. You can see target data and the header. So now I need for the data right now. I'm going to say comma. Now it's asking for the column number, just like what we've done in the previous one. So I'm just going to say match, and once I say match, what I'm going to have is this. I'm going to match it with what we have right here. That was the reason why I brought it here. So now what I need to do is just to make sure I perform cell locking on this one. Absolutely, I'm going to lock it down. So exactly that is what I'm going to do. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is going to be comma. So it's going to be asking for the table array. I'm going to say target, and now it's going to be the header. So remember where the header is, just for we to suspend it. Now let's go and look at that. So this is the header we're providing for it. Instead of us to come right here and start selecting from here down to the last one, we don't need to do any of that. So we've just named our header, and it's picking from it immediately. We actually see the header of sales and the header of target. It picks from it immediate effect. So right now, going back to the practice file, so we need to remove the suspense we have right here. So I'm going to remove that. So now we've just picked this. If I say comma, and I'm going to say 0 for the exact match, have to close this comma and close the VLOOKUPs and hit enter. So right now this is what it is. So if I actually say go down, so I've gotten this ready. So this is exactly what we need to do. So right now it's going to be simple for us to actually copy from here without having to write this over and over again. I'm going to copy and have this dropped right here. Guess what I'm going to do right now? So what I'm going to do is just to change this target data to sales. So it says data, and now for this header I'm going to say sales header. So if I hit enter, you can see I'm having different value because it's picking from sales. So right now this is water health. So we are almost there. If I start changing this now, it's going to be changing exactly the way it should be. So right now, because I have my formatting right here before, that is why you're seeing this. So right now let's go to the finished one and see what we have right here. Anywhere we meet the target, we want to have this smile faces on them. So right now we just need to do this, and where the target is not being met, we need to see this asterisk right here, which shows that the target is not met. So every single time we make a change, we are going to get to see where the target are being met and where the target is not really met. So let's get on that. So right now, going to the practice file right now, what you need to do is for you to actually place our cursor right here and hit to the top level, go to insert, and from insert you can come to the symbol area. Just click on this symbol, and here we go. We're gonna actually have to use this, and we're gonna be using this asterisk as well. We have to insert all of them and close this. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna place my cursor right here and say equal to if. We're gonna be using if condition to get this done. So if this is greater than this, so what you need to do is this. If this is greater than this, greater or equal, we're gonna be using equal to, so it could be equal, so it's gonna give us that same condition. So what I need you to do now is this. If that is true, this is what you need to do. So I'm just gonna say, just tell me yes. So now, and if not, just tell me no. So no. So here we go. I'm just gonna copy this down all through, so you can see where we have yes and no, but it's not really cool. We can do something better than this. So that is why I actually have this right here. Just double click on this and actually cut this away from here. So go to this particular aspect and actually have to change yes for this particular symbol we have right here. So we just have to change this. So we got this. If I hit enter, I have that symbol right here. I'm just gonna pick this asterisk I have right here, and I'm gonna go to the top level, and I'm gonna actually fix my asterisk right here. And if I hit enter, so right now I can copy this down straight up. So now you can see where we don't meet it up, so we have this asterisk right on it. So now can you see how beautiful this could be? This is very awesome. So now you've just got to know what it is that you can do to use VLOOKUP with match, or to use index and match to do the same thing over and over again. It's gonna work all through. So you don't need to change the column index number just to make sure you have your VLOOKUP to work right for you. So I want to say thank you very much for watching to this end. If you love this video, please give it a thumbs up and help me to share it to get to others. I really love you staying right to this particular end. So thanks for watching. Stay out of trouble and be very mindful of your health.